July 5th, I've got the day off work with nothing that I have to do that I haven't already done. So I spent the morning, I went to 2 auto parts places and 2 motorcycle places to try to find something to replace this turn signal relay. So the last place I looked, of course it's always the last place you look, because if you find it and you keep on looking, that's one of the definitions of insanity. But I found what will hopefully be a relatively cheap replacement for $15 rather than the $56 for the original Honda part. The 2 auto parts places had no clue, could not help me at all. I also had to order the air filter. Nobody is stocking the air filter anymore. So those parts will come in on Monday, I believe, and I ordered a few of the bolts that I need. I ordered those as original Honda parts because I didn't want to fool around with trying to get the right length and thread size and all that kind of stuff, so I got them. They didn't cost that much. I think I'm going to put the old relay back on because I'm going to go out for a ride and I want to be able to use the turn signals even if they don't blink, and I also don't want like gunk getting in the connectors and all that, and taking things on and off is not bad practice for me. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I saw these wind turbines out in the distance, and I thought that would be a good, exercise to get to them. And man, they were a lot farther away than I thought. I'm going to see how far I am from home at this point. This is definitely my longest ride ever. Not, it's not Homer's Odyssey or anything, but for me, it's a long one. I bought a camera mount. And I thought, I could get a little bit of video, but it is so shaky that it looks like I'm, launching in a rocket, which I am not. Okay, I am about 15 miles from home. So if I get 62 miles to the gallon, that probably cost me less than $1, which is a great, great way to travel. Very little traffic out here, very quiet. I think it's a good place to learn. I am at Cotman Cemetery, so I might go up and check out Flatville. I don't think I've ever been there. I would be surprised if there's even a stop sign in Flatville. Well, maybe a stop sign. Surely not a stoplight or a store or anything. But, then if I'm brave, I'll go all the way over to Thomasboro. But again, traffic. I'm liking learning without traffic.
I realized I had a couple of old GoPro knockoff cameras and a bunch of accessories and stuff from when I used to film my field school. I used them for time lapse. So I got all that stuff out and I found that they had helmet mounts and everything else, so I stuck one on the top of my helmet. I was actually surprised to find that they have sound. I was expecting it to be a silent film, but here we go, down my driveway. My made-up mission here was to get to the post office in St. Joseph so I could mail a letter because I was paying some bills and the mail came today before I could get it in the mailbox. So that's a great excuse for a half-hour, 45-minute round trip. You can see the shadow from the little camera mounted on top there. And here I had the moment of realization that I forgot to open the fuel petcock thing. So I was running out of gas, basically. The bike makes this kind of like buzzing noise. It's first, second gear when it gets into high revs. I don't know whether there's something that's vibrating. It doesn't sound great, but I think it's just like it sounds like a piece of like there it is again, like a piece of sheet metal or something like that that's like rubbing or humming. So maybe it's just something I need to tighten down, but I haven't figured out what that is yet. I'm also realizing that I'm putting the bike in, I'm pulling in the clutch and slowing down way too soon. Whoops. Found neutral there when I wasn't supposed to. So like when I'm coming up on a stop, like I always misjudge how long it's going to actually take me to stop, which I guess is worse than the other way. That's what it sounds like. Here I'm only going like 35, something like that. It's fine. This one wasn't as bad as a lot of them. I'm coming to a pretty smooth stop. Oftentimes I just kind of cut the power off way too soon. I end up just kind of piddle-paddling along for a really long distance, but that's why it's nice to learn with nobody behind you. Okay, straight through this stop. There's that rattle again. Way too much stopping room there. I'll go the last 100 yards in like second gear. Again, nobody behind me. So I'm not sure what the name of this road is, but it's probably, well, I was on 45 earlier today. This is probably the best road I've been on so far, so it's easy to get it up to speed and not feel like I'm just gonna hit a pothole or something. That's a pretty smooth left turn. Not too bad. Fresher gravel here. This made me nervous the other day like this, but now it seems fine. Oops. means. You know, should they do something unexpected, you have a lot more time to react. So this farm vehicle pulled out in front of me, and I was giving him plenty of room. He was going pretty slow. I saw there was a stop sign up here, so I was content to just kind of putter along behind him. I'm still at the point where I get like a little bit nervous at intersections when, you know, I have to choose whether I have enough space to get out and accelerate properly or whether other people are waiting on me to go. So I'm sure that will fade with time as I get more confidence and more experience, but there's no way that I'm going to pull out unless I have plenty of time to get my act together here. There we go. That wasn't bad. A little bit over the center line on the turn, but that's okay. Nobody coming. So this is going into St. Joseph, Illinois. Super familiar with St. Joseph, but it's a really small town, so I think there's basically just a, you know, four-way stop, and then there's a little bit of a downtown with a couple of streets. There's a little restaurant there. I've eaten there once. The Rails to Trails thing goes from Urbana into town here. So here I am at the stop. This is where I couldn't find first gear for some reason. I just nervous because people were waiting on me. Yep, trying to find it. Neutral. Sorry, there we go. There it is. Guy's still waiting, very patient. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. Blue building is the post office. I had a bill to pay. I realized at some point here that a little strap from my backpack had gotten caught between the rail and the rear fender. I don't know how that got in there, but it was really tough to get it out. I had to really yank on it. Oh, we are going to get to see the inside of the post office. What do you know? I was looking for where to put the mail, and there I spotted it. And that's where our video is going to end, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching day 3 of my motorcycle diaries. I promise I'm not going to do this every day, but I'm still kind of in the honeymoon phase here. This is all really interesting to me. I am on the, you know, climbing the hill to get comfortable with this thing and learn how to drive it well, hopefully, eventually, and maintain it. And so far, I'm having a blast with my little Honda. Bye-bye.